Okay, Heidi, we miss you, but we hope you're safe. We're going to do I think this is our 6th week, but last week we didn't do a Zoom, if I'm correct. That sound right?
6
Okay.
already?
I think so. I think it's the 6th week we've been working together. Does that seem right?
Really?
When I was working inside the document today, it looked like it was.
Oh, wow.
So
All right.
tell me how you guys are doing. Catch me up.
I'm not doing so good.
Me either.
I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses, but work has been horrible. And I've been working at night, like, all evening. And I haven't been sleeping because I've been stressed. And so, and then, around 8 o'clock, I just fall asleep because I'm so tired. So, I am trying. I've been doing, trying to catch up with, I think I have everybody in my list now, and I've been sending friend requests, and I've had some people accept, but I have not gone and sent that first message. So, it's not like I'm not doing anything, but, and I've had some conversations with people because I was going to try to start a clean week, and I talked to you, Jen, about this, a Voxer, I think Monday.
Yep.
Because everybody's like, oh, it's Thanksgiving, and I'm just, giving myself a free pass for the next 2 weeks or this month, and
the year.
And so, and I'm kind of okay, and I get that, but then I'm just like, wow, what do I do with this? So, so your response was helpful. I'm working on the streak. I did download it, but that's as far as I got. So I downloaded it and I don't know where it went, but I haven't, I paused the recording where you said download it. And so I haven't gone any farther. So I'm assuming I'll find it.
You will find it. I'll show you where it is.
So
just to bring Jamie up to speed, it probably very similar to what you've expressed to me in the past too, Jamie, is everybody's just sort of not right now, and let's just take the rest of the year off, and just a lot of no's. And what I kind of just told Steph, probably what I've told you, is this is a hard time of year, and you will hear all of us saying that. It's why you have to always stay connected to your why. And part of what I've had to do is depend on my team, depend on my, Allison, Sharice, Missy, depend on my peers, because it's easy to emotionally attach to people's responses. I'm going to show you guys, because the nice part about Streak is I think you'll like it, Jamie, for the tracking aspect of it. It really, there's no more gray area about what you're actually doing. You can see the numbers, and I can show you now how many no's I have. I'm still at 0 again. It's been at least 3rd month that I'm literally struggling harder than I have in the 2 years I've been doing this. Don't tell you guys that to discourage you, but hopefully to encourage you that it really is not easy, and you get a ton of no's. I think when they talk about the grit and putting your head down, you really just have to commit to detach from the response that you get from people. You have to commit to be present in a positive, valuable way. And you just have to trust and wait and meet people where they're at, because it's so very easy to get discouraged by all the no's. So when they say go for no, it's almost like, okay, cool, great. She's not ready. I'm going to go on to the next one. And you just got to keep having the conversations and try to meet people where they're at. That's the attitude that I've had to try to stop. And I'm happy to kind of share with you guys what I'm doing to overcome that. But life is busy, and it's going to be busy for all of us. So you can only do what you can do. And if you can't talk to people every day, then your numbers are going to reflect that. You have to just understand that. So that's kind of
Sorry,
what
I'm struggling here with my phone. It started to die,
okay.
but I'm still here. Okay.
So that's kind of my pep talk to Steph, and I know I've had that kind of same talk with you, Jamie. So Steph, we're gonna just set some small goals that you think you can accomplish. Detach a little bit and figure that they're just not ready right now. And be positive and leave an open door for them,
Yeah.
to join you in the future. How about you, James?
Well, I think November was like, I don't know, literally like my hardest month, I think, with school. It's just been, I'm working so much, and then like this is the time of year and we start to see kids having lots of mental health issues. We've had a lot of like drug issues at school, mental health issues, and then my principal resigned and is only here through the end of the year. So it's just been it's intense, and like planning for AP biology is kind of crazy. So I really thought that like once I got my marathon over with, things would get better, but it's almost like that was kind of helping. And then so
Yeah, your health.
it was because I was kind of, I guess, detaching from like what was going on with school and everything, and then things at school just got really rough. So I logged in, I've been in my Facebook and stuff doing some chats and inviting and all that stuff for the last couple hours, and I'm realizing like there's so many conversations I just dropped and didn't realize I dropped them.
Yep.
I kind of feel like I have to start over with people a little bit to get the ball rolling again. But I am definitely feeling like the people I do think I get on board, like I know I talked to you about that friend Monica, like people seem like they really want to join and jump in, and then nothing happens. They don't follow through at all. So I think I have 3 or 4 people pretty much ready to go, and then they just disappeared. So I don't know if that's just a sign of the time, like the holidays coming and all that, or if everybody's feeling the same thing in their professions right now. But
you raised a really good point. I would say of the new people that I have sold a challenge pack to in the last 2 months, 2 of them, well, of the 2 that I can think of right now that bought a challenge, signed up, and I formed them, and the one lady's been following me. Well, she was Caleb's preschool teacher, so like I know her. I've known her for years. It's like they buy the treadmill and then they go MIA. Mm-hmm. Right? Like I have a really hard time with that. I take that really personally, and I don't. So is it the people that were just really not ready, and they know they need to do this, so that eventually they buy the treadmill and then they hang their clothes on it? Like, at what point do you do all you can to carry them with you before you say like, okay, you can't want it more for them than they want it for themselves. I'm here for you if you're ready, but if you don't respond, I can't help you, and then I can't feel bad about that anymore.
Yeah. And that's what's happening in my challenge group too. Like I mentioned to you, I didn't actually end up closing it. Okay. I did end up I thought on it overnight and thought about what to do.
Okay.
And, so just to catch you up, Steph, my challenge group people are like, nobody was commenting, nobody was doing anything, nobody was getting an app, like literally nobody. And
that happened to me in my last one.
So like I was getting so fed up because I'm designing all these graphics and content, and a lot of the frustration was on me because I started thinking like, I don't have time for this, and like, why am I trying to push you when I don't have time for this, and like I'm trying hard to help you. And it makes me feel like if I don't have the time and I'm still doing it, then why aren't you doing it?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I really don't think a person can get a whole lot busier than what I've been. Like I really don't. And I'm still getting out to run and I'm still packing my lunch. Like I'm barely on most days, but like it's hardly possible that, I mean, so I got frustrated and I chatted Jen and she kind of talked me off the ledge a little bit, but I ended up putting a comment, like I put a comment out there that said, you know, I'm sorry, ladies, I'm really busy, but if I can't help you here, then we need to move this off of this format. I can put you in a Facebook group that I will only update periodically as I have time, but I cannot commit to every single day unless you're willing to be a part of it. And at first they started complaining about the app and they were saying like, well, maybe Facebook is better. And, you know, I don't like using the app. You know, I don't like having to type in it. And I told them, I said, you know, I hear you, understand, but the whole purpose of using the app is accountability and tracking. And I am not going to try to track you on Facebook. Like if we switch over to Facebook, you get like my weekly update or something.
Right.
Like that's, you know. And so then one of my challengers was like, oh no, this has changed my life. You can't leave me now. And I said like, well then you gotta help. Like be part of the team. And so yeah, so a few of them have like realized that I was fed up and they've started participating more, but
Good.
still every weekend, like they still like, oh, it's the weekend, I'm out. Oh, it's my birthday. Oh, it's my dog's friend's cousin's wife's birthday. I'm like, you know, so it's like it, yeah, I don't know. So I'm still staying the course, I guess. It's getting a little better, but I would really love to be able to add like new people because I think new people change it up a little bit, but I'm struggling to those new people right now.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. And you know what? You constantly assess the situation. You've experienced that with me before, Jamie. When my group was taking a dive, you just, you know, it's always the juggle of what can I do better? What is my responsibility and what is their responsibility? And where, you know, when is the time for a change? My app, people pretty much go, I think 2 people have checked in today and 3, and one of them's me. Like they go MIA on the weekends half the time too. So yeah, it's sometimes you just have to change it up and be a firm, you know, coach every now and then and say what, you know, I can't do this by myself and I can't want it more than you. So in some way, I think it's helpful to hear other people going through what you're going through so you guys know like you're not alone and we are all busy. So my biggest push right now is to try to simplify it as much as possible. And that's why I'm going to just keep preaching. Think about talking to people. Like we're going to not get caught up in all of the details. Streak is the way I want us to go, all of us, for the most clear tracking and accountability kind of system. But the bottom line is set a goal for a number of people to talk to, whether it's a day or a week or however, whatever the number is for you guys, it doesn't matter to me as long as you are doing your very best to talk to those people. Jamie, to go back to those people and be real, like, good grief, this was a terrible month. I am so sorry we fell off, but I'm still here if you want to, you know, keep picking back up, you know, but just show up on social media in some way every day at all possible, and then have a goal to talk to people. And that is really where I want to take it. So let me screen share a second and open up okay, so this is our doc. And I am open to feedback from you guys too on how to best teach you guys and lead you guys. If this isn't the best way, then just let me know. I did kind of add, you guys already kind of told me this. I think everybody has got their tracking system in place, and are working on your lists. See, week 3, then we talked about social media, and there's some sample conversations. Like that might be nice to go in a separate document so you guys could just have the conversations separate. But and then these are the 4 questions I really like, you guys. These are the 4 questions I really like to use when I'm forming with people. I've shared this with you guys before. You know, when you are to the point of seeing if they've given you an open door and they are willing to accept your help. Okay, 5 conversations a week. You guys can tell me about that. Jamie, you can fill me in there. And then, okay, week 4. Downloading friends list into the Google Sheet. Did I show you guys how to do that? I did a Zoom. Yeah, okay. I did the Zoom by myself and shared it with you guys. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So not about the downloading the friends list, but about the making the groups on Facebook. I forget what it's called. Like the lists, making the friend list.
Yeah.
So when you make those lists and you click on that list, then do you get like a news feed of just those people?
You have to go to it.
Like
you have to legitimately go to it. Okay. So under Explore, here is friends list. You click on that. Okay, so here's the ones that I've had in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you create one. Once you create it, you find it over here. So these are my November people. So when I'm in my power hour now, or when I'm in my 10 minutes before I want to post on social media and I want to get the algorithm warmed up, then I come right into this feed. It's my November list, and I spend some time here. And
so this was just things that those people have posted.
These are just my 34 people right now on my friends list, and then I can make sure that they're seeing that I'm watching them. Okay. And then you saw that the 2 ways to do that are you can add them here by adding the names in here, and you can also do it when you're on the specific person.
Right. Okay.
So that's been pretty helpful, but you actually have to find it over there.
Okay.
And then, okay, what else? This was actually really good. A lot of people kind of were commenting in our legacy leadership about, like, what do you do when somebody says, you know, what do you actually do? Like, just come up with a one-liner. Like, my job is to help crazy, but I tend to say right now, I love helping crazy busy moms, you know, keep healthy living simple. And you know, so just kind of come up with some one-liners, like why you're doing what you're doing. Not a Beachbody coach. I put people in my challenge groups, and you don't have to word vomit all over them. Just keep it simple. Okay. Did you guys get Sharice's social media posting schedule in our Lips page?
I did a while ago, yes.
I actually have it pinned on my cork board, but these are some ideas. This is very helpful. I keep it up, some version of it posted, so that like on the last, like if I haven't planned them out for the week, that I really can just look and say, okay, I should do something, you know, inspirational or workout related or whatever. So having some kind of a posting schedule does help. So I put that in there. We did no Zoom last week. Okay, so what I want to talk to you guys about a little bit this week is what I have been doing. My goal is 5 conversations a day. 5 conversations with people. I'm not calling it anything, inviting, connecting. I'm just talking to 5 people per day. And my goal has been getting 2 people on the phone every week. The people I'm using right now are people that I know, people that I've invited in the past, people who know already what I'm doing. And I started a little bit even with like my sister-in-law. I did my sister, like people that it was a little bit easier for me to say, hey, I'm practicing sharing why I'm doing what I'm doing. Would you be, open to letting me share that with you? So I've been doing 2 of those each week. I had a great one on Friday. She would be a perfect, like she's a PT, she's a runner, she's a mom. She's my avatar. She's my perfect person. And she asked a lot of questions. She let me share my why. And then the goal is I've been sharing that Bob Heilig recommended this shorter version that's like 7 minutes of our video. I put it up here. This one. Find out what Team Beachbody is all about. So I get them on the phone. I share my why. Can I send you this video? Would you be open to watching it? And then I set up another follow-up conversation with them. So I do want you guys at some point to listen in on one of those calls because they're getting easier for me now. I'm getting a little more comfortable with them. This really how Bob is suggesting that we revisit our list of people to share why we're doing what we're doing. I will tell you, as much as I'm doing that, I've got a big fat 0 still. So I'm just having faith that these people that I'm telling my why to are someday going to be my coaches or my challengers. Though right now, that is not what it is doing. So that is those are my current personal goals. I'd like to tell you that it's working, but you're walking the journey with me. And if it starts to work, then we'll all figure out that it does. My social media goal is once a day. If I'm working, it's once a day. If I'm home, I try for 2 times a day. And my goal is 2 live videos a week, adding something of value or education or overcoming a struggle. I think I talked to you, Jamie, about this. Bob Heilig is really discouraging the use of business pages right now. I think you guys both have them. I'm scared to shut mine down or stop posting over there because I worked really hard on getting that built up. But he really is recommending if you are not being salesy, which we are not, that you are showing up on your personal page right now. And the reason for that is because pretty soon it appears that Facebook is going to differentiate business pages from personal pages. They're going to be like, how there's that marketplace option on the top. It's going to be like become a separate feed completely. What he's thinking. Did you guys notice that all of a sudden people that had liked my page in the past? Do you guys have the Pages app for your?
Yeah.
No.
Jamie, how do you invite people to your page? Do you ever?
I just, if I know them, I click invite. In Facebook.
On Facebook?
Yes.
So the Pages app has a place that allows you to invite your friends to like your page.
I've done that.
Okay. Well, all of a sudden, normally I did already invited everybody to like my page. And when you added more friends to your network, then they would show up as new people you could add. But now all of a sudden, a week or so ago, all of my friends were showing up again. And I think Brittany Kovacs figured it out, and she had a post on one of the other Insaniac pages. It was like, why are we allowed to re-invite our friends to our pages? And it has something to do with Facebook is starting to differentiate. People want to see, things that are their friends and family. So they're giving people a second chance to like your business page before they don't show it to them anymore. And it's eventually going to be in a different feed. So my current strategy is I'm shifting slowly because I don't want to start, overwhelming everybody on my personal page. My previous goal was it was my business page, 1 to 3 times a day, with my live broadcast being on my personal page. And I would share family stuff on my personal page, but I really am going to transition more to just my personal page now, with every now, I still am putting some stuff on my business page because I want people to still be able to see stuff there. I'm not totally going to stop growing it there. But that being said, I would like you to consider, even if it's in the seasons of when you're slowed down a little bit, consider the areas that you are struggling in or have struggled in. Those are great things to offer live videos about. So meal planning is one. I shared a recent struggle I have with yelling at my kids and how I'm trying to work on overcoming that and giving people tips for, so just nothing Beachbody, but just struggles you have in your life. Ask people questions, offer solutions, keep your daily posting generic and non-specific, and then you're going to be, in the safe zone as far as Facebook is concerned. So that is my current strategy. Before I talk a little more about what I'm doing to end out the year, do you guys have questions about that?
No, it actually might make my life easier because I felt like I was trying to create content for too many things.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a business page because I thought that's what everybody was doing. But it's actually just more work for me.
Right.
All the same people that I'm friends with that are on my business page. So I don't really have extra people.
So I do. Like most of my friends, when I invited them to like my page, didn't.
Oh.
So my business page has a lot of people that I'm not friends with. So
Oh.
And those are paid leads for you? Stuff?
Some of them, yeah.
Interesting.
So should I? And I have sent some of them friend requests, like because everybody who liked my like page, I would send a message and say, thanks for liking my page, and some of them would write back. So the ones that would write back and I'd start a conversation with, then I would send a friend request. And some accepted and some didn't, but so I don't know. I can start going through and trying to send friend requests to more of those people, but they're not all people I've had conversations with, so that feels kind of weird,
Right. And I know you have the social media. So what is it called? Prospecting.
Practical social media.
Practical social media. Which Allison has that too. I mean, I think like there's more than one way to run this business, right? So they're going to teach that system, and Bob is teaching this system, and I think it's possible at some point that we will need a business page to reach more people and maybe have to pay for leads. But I think the reason he's focusing so much on the personal page is because, and he's really he actually kind of taught like cutting down your friends list, like removing some friends so that the ones that you're actually friends with are engaging in what you are putting out there. So it's not about having 10,000 Facebook friends. You actually might be watering down who gets to see your stuff. So at this point, I wouldn't go about trying to add more friends. I would try to focus on making sure that the ones you have, are developing a relationship with, so that when you post on your page, they see it. And then you ultimately want to get them engaging with it so that Facebook will recognize the friendship and show it more. So that's what I would suggest. I'm not going to totally close mine down yet either, but I'm going to focus more on my personal page. But I would tell you, and I do think I have a pretty good handle on the live videos. One of my current challengers from my clean week this particular time was technically a cold lead to me. I must have met her or added her somewhere along the way in our running groups. She actually was at the Presque Isle Marathon and said she saw me and almost came up to me, but I wouldn't have recognized her. She signed up for something on our website, one of our free gifts, and when I sent my email out last month, we're inviting to the Clean Week, she signed up, and I was like, and she like put out her credit card without ever meeting me, but she said, I watched your videos. I respect you. I love how your family's so important to you. Like, I know that my social media presence was how she decided that she knew me, trusted me, and wanted to be part of my clean week. So just be authentic, you guys, on your pages, and people will, it does work. People will develop that relationship. I'm hoping she's going to be a challenge pack after this clean week, but I haven't heard from her today. So my clean week finishings up. I have 2 ladies in there I'm hoping are going to turn into challenge packs. Sunday, Sharice and I, fingers crossed, are talking to our community high school about double time and trying to get people to join us and we named Chardon High School as our charity for the November to Remember. So we might not have time for all of that conversation. I might have to share that with you guys a little bit later, but that is something that we're very, very excited about and hoping is going to turn into something even bigger. This I've talked to you guys about. Consider doing something free in December, like a great big free group, a fun fitness challenge where you give a tip a day or something, or but just sort of maybe think about December being adding value and giving for the month of December. And then I'm also going to send out an email to my email list on Tuesday, kind of, again, just one more time, inviting people to double time. So that is my strategy to get through the rest of the year. So tell me stuff about your goal right now. You said the 5 conversations a week.
Sorry, I lost my screen, so I'm not seeing you. So I'm trying to get it back if my eyes look weird. There we go. Yeah, so I guess I was thinking, I mean, when you say conversations, I'm thinking like back and forth conversations. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about? Because I mean, in terms of, I think I'll be able to do more like trying to start conversations. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking getting people to respond and actually being in a conversation. I think 5 is probably realistic for me right now. I mean, I can, throughout my day, I always try to like respond to Facebook messages or, send like somebody I haven't heard from in a while, be like, hey, haven't heard from you. How are things going? Right. And getting them to reply back is, I mean, you don't really have any control over that. So I'm just going on my history and how I do with getting responses. And so I was thinking like, that doesn't sound like a lot, I know, but that's where I kind of came up with that number.
But you're touching more people than that a day. I think we're talking about it a little differently. Like, I mean, so you're talking about having 5 good conversations with someone a week.
Right.
5 different people each week.
Right.
That's probably very similar to what I'm saying. If I message someone or follow up or touching someone, sending a message, it counts as my 5 a day.
Okay.
Me, Sharice and I were like, I just need I need a simple number. Like, I can't think about adding and connecting and following up and inviting like 5 people. I'm going to touch them every day somehow.
Okay. Yeah.
And whatever happens, that's my number so that I know I'm being consistent.
Yeah. So I think like 5, like that, something like that. I think 5 a day is realistic for me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How about you, James?
I think I can handle that.
Yeah. Again, just let's keep it simple.
Yeah, I think that's my problem is I've even been thinking about this like when I think about like free group or something, I've almost felt like asking like, can I get 3 people that would really want me to give them like one-on-one attention for an entire week, because I feel like those free groups, like, it seems like I get a ton of people. They fall off by the end of the week. And I don't get to give anybody attention. And so, like, my thought lately was, like, do I offer a free group to 3 people? Like, the top 3 people that just really want to interact,
Yeah.
and make that the free group for the week or something, like,
Yeah. That's a
I
great
mean,
idea.
like, I feel like I can't manage 20 conversations at once, but I can manage 3 or 5,
Yeah.
and then I've like in my mind, I've been mentally thinking like, well, then you bump one off the list and bump the next one back on, or,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but something like that. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I'm trying to make it too hard, real honestly. Like, I think I try to make it too hard and then I get overwhelmed,
Mm-hmm.
just shut down.
Yep.
Because I'm feeling like I need to reach 1 million people to get like 2 to jump on board for the month.
Right.
But maybe I should just focus on a lot of attention for a couple people or
Mm-hmm.
something.
Get them results and have them fall in love with it. And
Right.
absolutely. Yeah. My clean week had 2 new people and 3 old people. So it was nice because I got to pay attention to who was there rather than try to have 30 new conversations going where you're trying to form people. So, okay, we're going to get cut off. But will you guys think about if there are alternative ways that you think I can help you better, or what, like if you want to focus on something for, because I've just kind of given you a bunch of different things so far. Like, I'm open to receive suggestions on how to best help you guys and teach you guys. And, maybe next weekend we won't do a call because of the holiday, but we'll just sort of, yeah. I'm open to suggestions. We'll leave it at that. How's that sound?
Good. I think for me, it's just me. Like, I'm just not getting in there to do it at the level I could be.
Yeah.
So that's what my issue is. It's not you. I got to help myself.
Yeah.
Well, but we knew
Yeah.
that this was